So it's a little nuanced because generally the FBI keeps track of the amount in fraud versus the amount of cases. And then also there's two things. First of all, title theft can be multiple things at once, right? Someone steals your title and then they are taking out a mortgage on your home. So when these fall into the category of real estate fraud, they can often be a combination of more than one crime.
You're listening to Kerry Lutz's Financial Survival Network, where you get valuable information you just can't find anywhere else. To thrive in today's trying times, you need the Financial Survival Network, now more than ever. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and get your free newsletter and gift. Financial Survival Network, now more than ever.
And welcome. You are listening to and watching the Financial Survival Network. I'm your host, Kerry Lutz. Well, hey, there's this new crime that's been sweeping the nation. Actually, it's not that new. When I was an attorney, came across it several times. Basically, people take out mortgages on your home, or they even go so far as to transfer your home and then sell it to others. And, you'll probably win in court, but what you're left with is a mess on your hands. And there's a service out there that really can virtually eliminate the possibility of home title fraud. And it is, I think you're going to be really interested, hometitlelock.com. You might have seen it advertised. Got somebody from the company here who is going to basically take us through the process and explain, the risks involved and how you stop it. Natalie Dominguez, you are with Home Title Lock. So, hey, how big a problem is this? I guess that's the first question.
When it comes to how big the problem is, it really is how big do you want the problem to be? It's all about time, energy, money, things that we should not have to deal with because of poor protocols when filing our home titles with the county and keeping our records safe. Title theft is a form of real estate fraud where thieves transfer the title of your home out of your name so that they can leverage your home equity or even sell your home behind your back. We've even seen cases where people pretend to be the landlords on the home and then take rent from a bunch of people and just make off with the cash. So it's really all about protecting your home equity and your financial future.
How much does it happen around the country? How many? Is it hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands? How much?
So it's a little nuanced because generally the FBI keeps track of the amount in fraud versus the amount of cases. And then also there's two things. First of all, title theft can be multiple things at once, right? Someone steals your title and then they are taking out a mortgage on your home. So when these fall into the category of real estate fraud, they can often be a combination of more than one crime. And then second, law enforcement also states that the numbers are likely much higher than we even think because in many cases, depending on the jurisdiction, they aren't even being considered crimes. They're just civil matters that are being decided in court in court from a judge. And they aren't being prosecuted criminally and therefore aren't being reported accurately. So it's a pretty big number, but it's, I think, a lot bigger than we even fully know.
And it could be years before you even find out that you were a victim, right?
Yep, absolutely. We see it constantly.
What's like the worst one of these you ever saw, Natalie?
So the worst one that I've seen so far was a woman from LA, and I feel really bad for her. She was disabled. She was in poor health. She was elderly. She was in her house for 30 years. We actually went and we interviewed her lawyer afterwards. But what happened was she got a notice in the mail from the county because her account, LA County, had free alerts, but it didn't happen until months later after this had happened. So by this time, someone had already taken out a huge mortgage on her home. And got a bunch of different people involved. They went to a notary. They hired a woman to pretend to be her. They made a fake ID for her. They got the notary stamp. So they got these documents filled out and notarized legally. They just faked the person that was, notarizing them. Then went in, got the mortgage, took off with if I remember correctly, it was $100,000 in cash. So it took over 3 years to finally get to the point where they were getting her house back. And then she had to put her house up for collateral for the legal bills. So you're getting your house back and then you're, possibility of losing it at the same time. It's horrible.
She won the battle and lost the war there, as it were. So, yeah, that's pretty egregious here. And so what does Home Title Lock do exactly?
So Home Title Lock is basically like a smoke alarm for your house. Anytime anything is filed, any property records, any liens on your home, we 24/7 monitor all of your property records. We alert you if any of those things are filed. So even if it's you, if you go in and you're like, hey, I took a mortgage out on my house, something gets filed with the county, even if it's you, you will be alerted. But the moment it's fraud, you call us, and our US-based team of restoration experts are going to fix the problem for you. You don't have to worry about finding a lawyer, filing a police report, doing any of those things. We take care of it. Because if you go to the county, you don't have Home Title Lock, and you say, hey, I got this notice in the mail that 6 months ago someone transferred my title out of my name, this is fraud. They're going to say, sorry, hire a lawyer, file a police report. There's nothing we can do. It's been legally filed. So that's what we do, is we give you peace of mind that no matter what, you're going to get taken care of, and you're not standing in a county office being told you're on your own.
You always file a police report on these?
I can't say that there are instances where you wouldn't. However, we have seen multiple times where they filed police reports and the police tell them, hey, sorry, there's nothing that we can do, which is actually exactly what happened in the beginning with that story that I just told you.
Not until they become aware that it's a ring, a widespread criminal ring. I've seen them busted in New York a number of times, or they even had people in the courthouse in on the scam, and it was millions and millions of dollars. They'd find properties that were empty, that had been empty for a long time, and then they would go, I don't know if they were doing mortgages or just selling them, but a good title searcher should be able to find a split on the chain of title, but then again, maybe not.
Well, I mean, we hear as well from the other side, I have identity theft protection, or I'm already monitoring things under my name, or wouldn't I get a notice from the bank? I'm not going to approve this. They don't have my records. But if your title is transferred out of your name into someone else's, they're not looking at you anymore. Your name isn't even on the house, but they will come knocking on your door when they want a loan to be repaid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so this is pretty widespread. And so what kind of services do you have to help you avoid this fate?
So our company offers what we call triple lock protection. We lock in your peace of mind. Again, it's that monitoring, alerts, and restoration services. And one thing that's really cool is once you sign up with us, and even before, you can call us and ask us any questions. Look at our website. We post articles, we post information. You want to learn more about the process, we can definitely help you with that. But we additionally help subscribers with anything they find. So with our service, you are going to get a title report. And actually, we have an offer for your listeners today. I can repeat it at the end again. If they go to our website and use free 30, they can get a free title report. Look and make sure that everything is good with their title. There's nothing that they don't know that exists currently, any, zombie mortgages or anything like that. They can check on their title, make sure everything looks good, and then they get 30 days of free protection. So the great thing about our team is that we not only answer questions and make sure that people are comfortable, we also have instances where, we had someone call us the other day and say, hey, my wife's name isn't on my title, but it should be. There was a mistake at the county, or they mistyped something, they spelled a name wrong. So our team will also help with those things to make sure that everything is in order. It's not just instances of fraud, but that is our main, objective. We want to keep your house safe.
They spell your name wrong. That could be a major problem too.
Absolutely.
And corrective deeds and affidavits and stuff. I've had it happen to me personally where name got spelled wrong, and like 3 months worth of nonsense. Somebody's head rolled for that. But for me, I didn't care. But it's important that your home be recorded properly for a number of reasons.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right. So tell us the website, tell us the discount code and how we sign up.
www.hometitlelock.com. Go to the website, check it out, sign up using free 30. You're going to get 30 days of protection for free. You're going to get a title scan, and it's going to tell you everything that's currently there, that's on record, that we can find. If you have any questions, any concerns, you call us immediately, and we can answer any questions that you have. It's hometitlelock.com, free 30.
All right, beautiful. And the link is in the show notes to this interview on financialsurvivalnetwork.com. Hey, if you got any questions about this, you could shoot me an email. We'll get you an answer real quick. KL@kerrylutz.com. While you're at the site, please sign up for your free newsletter. You get deals like this and a lot of other money-saving, money-making advice. And it's financialsurvivalnetwork.com. Just click the newsletter, put in your email. That's it. We don't want names. If you want to give us your first name, you can, but we don't need it. And Natalie, appreciate you coming on for giving us some insight into what, appears to be a very widespread and kind of intractable problem. I've been seeing this issue as a former practicing attorney for 30 years, and I'm sure with the electronic records, the ability to literally look up anybody's title in the world here in the United States online, it's just made it much easier.
Absolutely. Plus, a lot of people don't realize that the counties, even though they have certain things in place for your personal information that is, redacted or what have you, they try to protect against data breaches, but they also sell your information to third parties. Like if you ever used ID.me, that information is coming directly from those county databases, and they do not have liability if those third parties have data breaches. So our information, it's all out there. Nothing is secure. Nothing is safe, especially with all of the cyber theft and AI and everything's getting so crazy. There's no way that we can really stop things from happening to us, right? So we just have to make sure that we are protected in any way we can be.
Yeah, and Florida is the leading state for data sales because literally everything that Florida files is online. They might have stuff redacted. They might have things that are sealed, like family court, matrimonial court records, but everything else is out there. They'll seal the social security number, so you only have like the last 4 digits, or they might only have the first 5 digits. I don't remember how it works in Florida, but everything. Florida is the sunshine state when it comes to public records. That sunshine is shining the brightest in this state. So definitely the potential's there for major mayhem. You need to stop it when you can. The link will be in the show notes. Don't forget the discount code. That'll be there too. Hey, Natalie, appreciate you coming by, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Kerry. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for listening to Kerry Lutz's Financial Survival Network, your solution to today's trying times. For the latest, go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com. Financial Survival Network, now more than ever.